This is the Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling. Today we're talking about how you can attain the power to overcome any challenge, any obstacle, any problem that's on your way that's stopping you from achieving your dreams and goals. Your dreams and goals are at the end of the rainbow. They're the massive win that you want to attain at one point in time. Hopefully you've got a deadline. Hopefully you've written it down on paper and making strides to get there with super speed. But how do you get to that super massive win? It's by having a bunch of mini wins every single day and making sure that you are becoming a winner over time, showing up consistently over a long period of time until you've got the skills necessary to attain that massive win. But you've got hundreds of problems in your life that you are not able to solve. And I will share with you why you're not able to solve them, because you're trying to take them all on all at the same time. You're trying to be like Neo in Matrix Reloaded, where he's got literally hundreds of Agent Smiths attacking him all at the same time. And you're like, there's a problem, it's attacking me, and then there's another problem, and there's another problem. And you know what happens at the end of that scene? He flies away, okay? This is like the same as you being depressed and you losing motivation and you losing self-esteem and you not figuring out how to solve problems and you losing belief that you'll get there at the end. You will actually manage to overcome your issues and attain your dreams and goals at one point in the future as long as you keep sticking to it. But the things I'm sharing with you in this video are critical in order to super speed that process even faster. You know, I like to talk about this on this channel, the 4 phases of leadership. Number 1, lead yourself. Number 2, lead a team. Number 3, lead women. And number 4, lead kids. Trust me, you want to solve your own problems before you go to solve other people's problems. Understand that the people with the biggest problems in the world today are women and children. And you don't want to make your future family a statistic of your woman having a bunch of problems because you were not able to create the protecting and providing environment that she deserved. And it's the same thing for your kids. You want to make sure that you've got the financial means to give them the best possible 0 to 9 years that they could ever get from anywhere else. That comes from having money. You do not want to have your kids as having their mental self-esteem foundation be at a time where you are struggling to have ends meet, and then your woman is fighting you and also complaining that we don't have this and we don't have this and we don't have this because you took her on and her problems on and your kids' problems on way too soon. And actually, the more low value man you are, which is where we pretty much all start out, the more problems the woman is going to have, which you as a man have to solve together with her. Meaning, the higher value man you are, the less problems the woman is going to have in your relationship. This is why I say procrastinate women and children as much as possible so that you can massively increase your high value so that you attract a woman who doesn't have a lot of problems. Now that we've spoken about the women and children, let's focus about leading a team. If you help 1,000 people to get what they want, they'll all help you to get what you want fast. If you help 1 million people get what they want, 1 million people are going to help you get you want even faster. Understand that's the greatest joy that is in life, is to help other people solve their problems. But you got to start with your own first. Because if you don't solve your own problems, guess what? You're trying to tackle too many problems all at once. And you are not designed to do that. Your brain is not designed to take on 10, 15, 20, 100 problems all at the same time. In a boxing match, who do you usually fight against? How many people? One person. Imagine if you're in the boxing ring and you've got 3 people attacking you all at the same time, or 5 people, or 10 people. It's gonna be a problem. So you want to make sure that you take away any form of distraction as much as possible so that you can focus. Focus on the most important problems that are going to stay there for the long term, forever. You've got to solve those problems first. And that ultimate number one problem that everyone has an issue with, and we're talking especially to the guys who are watching my channel right now because they're young, they're healthy, they've got the energy, but they just don't know what their next step is. Your next step is to make a lot of money. That's simple as that. You need to set a goal with a deadline of when you will achieve your financial results that you desire. I always suggest $10,000 in passive income coming in per month net. What I want you to do in order to get to $10,000 in passive income per month is not to go to college. If you want to finish school, then great. But it means that you're pretty much putting your life on hold until you complete it, and then you can start your life. Why would anyone want to wait 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, 3 years before they start their life and making money? It doesn't make sense to me. Oh, but it's an investment. Really? That depends on what you're studying, my friend. For most of you guys, the things that you study is a freaking waste of time, and you don't need schooling to get $10,000 in passive income per month. Trust me, there is no occupation that you learn about in school that will teach you to get $10,000 passive per month. There is no study that gives you that information. You have to acquire that knowledge by yourself, from YouTube, from other people who have done it before you. And trust me, all of those guys that have achieved that did not learn how to do it in school. Get that in your head. That's number one. Number two is make sure that you have a job to cover your needs and keep your head above water. This is critical. To have a job that covers your basic needs so that you're not fretting all of the time. Oh, where should I sleep tonight? Or I wonder where my next meal is going to come from. You need to have a job, okay? It's not acceptable for you to not have a job. Have a job, no matter if it's minimum wage, who cares? Something that pays for you to have food, to have shelter, and to have whatever transportation you need in order to achieve your small wins on your way to your big win. Does that make sense? You've got to have a job. It stands for just over broke, but at least you're not broke, because that's even worse than being just over broke. Okay, now we've understood. Quit school. Number two, get a job, because then you're making immediate cash flow, immediate money. Number three would be to develop a side hustle. Something that you're doing on the side that can produce cash flow over time. Preferably, it provides cash flow immediately. Maybe it's a sales job. Maybe it's something where you're learning something while you're earning something. Okay? Because you want to make sure that your other 8 hours, the hours that you spend away from your job, is spent so wisely. This is your opportunity to shine. This is where you're spending all of your time, massive focus, massive work ethic, massive everything to keep you emotionally stable, emotionally balanced, taking you towards your dreams and goals right now, today. It's not your job that's going to get you there. It's the other 8 hours. But you have to have the job on the side there until you've massively replaced that income with your side hustle. Once you've replaced your income with your side hustle, quit your full-time job, and begin to hire a team. If you are required in your business 5 years from now, it's a problem unless you actually want to be a part of it. And then you've got your other problems that needs to be solved. You need emotional stability. You need to make sure your energy levels are massively high, because if you've got other 8 hours but you're tired all the time, or you can't concentrate and you can't focus and you can't do that and the other, you've got to solve that problem by improving your habits. You've got to be more healthy. You've got to exercise. You've got to do the things that are necessary in order for you to perform at an optimal level every single day. That's why I highly recommend that you hire an affordable coach. I've got the affordable coaching program where you can hire me for $297 per month. That's the current price right now, as it will continuously increase over time. The affordable coaching program allows you to get the help you need to massively improve on a daily basis, which allows you to tap into the exponential growth curve of improvement. You measure it, it improves. You measure it and report it, your improvement will accelerate upwards in an exponential growth curve. You've got to measure it and you've got to report it. You combine those two with affordable coaching, you will super speed yourself to your massive dreams and goals faster than you've ever could have dreamed of. My friend Luisa, who's doing the canvases, the canvas guy, okay, he's doing a fantastic job. I started coaching him in July. Right now it's November, so July, August, September, October, November. We're talking 5 months. And his goal when we started out in June, July was basically, if I could have 1,000 followers on Instagram, man, I'd be so fired up. Right now, he's got almost 12,000 followers on Instagram. Check out his Instagram, follow him. Because the thing is, when you've got someone that you can report to, who helps you to be emotionally stable and consistent, that solves your problems on a massive scale, because it gives you the energy, the focus, and the ability to take away and neglect any and all problems that are not important right now. If my boy Luisa had been massively focused on women, as most other 21-year-olds are, he wouldn't have been able to get the results that he's attained. I'm so fired up about this channel. I'm fired up about you guys tapping into this information at an early age. Man, if I had this information 10 years ago, man, it would be insane. If you start out, if you're 18, 19, 20 years old, man, you're watching this, oh my gosh. What is the order of things? Number 1, lead yourself. Solve your problems to the nth degree so you don't have any more problems. Because when you don't have any more problems yourself, when everything is going on automatic in your life, and money keeps pouring in, and you're spending less than 20% of your net income, you have now massive capacity to help other people. And it's when you start helping other people that money starts flying towards your direction. And suddenly, before you know it, you've got $10,000 in passive income every single month. And it happened within 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 8 years, 10 years for those of you who are massively struggling in ultimate, humongous problems. You get the deal. You and everyone who's watching this video can make that happen over the next 10 years. For sure. But most of you will be able to do it in the next 3 to 5 years. But if you tap into coaching, how fast could it go? I'm fired up for you. And I'm fired up for you achieving your massive win at the end of the rainbow as you begin to tackle less problems, but tackle the big ones that will solve everything else for the rest of your life. And the number one to start with is your financials. This is the Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling. Remember to procrastinate, women and kids, as long as freaking possible, because you're gonna get the best of the best eventually.